Hello, amazing miracle maker. We are going to activate your pericardium meridian specific to your goal, what you're working on. And so I would love for you to settle into a theta brainwave state. The way that we do this is that you start breathing in, breathing out, and I would love for you to just close your eyes, connect with your intention for healing, expansion, for business, prosperity, wealth, embodiment, for your health, for anything that is coming up for you, for your growth and your personal professional development. Start breathing in and out. And I'm going to witness you now just anchor your frequency, your energy, your feet chakras, all the way down to the earth. And just feel what you feel. And as you take a deep breath in, the beautiful earth medicine, earth energy, earth love, Mother Gaia's love that she has for you starts moving up your channel all the way through your feet, into your kidney meridian, into your ankles. Allow yourself to receive this earth energy into your adrenals, releasing any form of adrenal fatigue, any striving energy, any pushing energy. This is a channeled activation as well as something that's muscle tested for you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different resources here ready to go for you. And just take a deep breath in and just come into your body, feel your body, feel your spirit, feel your emotions, allow your muscles to relax. We're just going to move that earth energy all the way into your jaw. And just take a deep breath in and out. Maybe you want to stretch, so just stretch your entire back. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Okay. So I would love for you to start tracing where your collarbone is. And where your collarbone is, trace all the way to the end of your shoulders. And then move your hand all the way down your arm in the midline. Okay, so all the way down inside the middle of your arm, all the way to your chest. So you can just watch what I'm doing. There we go. Just rubbing the cutaneous region of your inner arm all the way to your chest and rubbing your chest. This is a kinesiology technique of activation. We do this to work on a specific energy center, such as an acupressure point. And for you, we're activating your pericardium meridian. So just in the inside of your arm, we've activated the cutaneous region of your pericardium meridian. Take a deep breath in. Now that beautiful earth energy, I would love for it to rise all the way out of your crown to move into your auric field and to strengthen your earth connection. Now, externally, express your goal for today. Express it in a positive and allow yourself to connect deeply. Okay. All right. So, beloved, let's start this journey in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's connect with the part of you that feels like you're not coping. And I want you to really connect to that emotion because we're going to balance it out. What specifically comes through for you around not coping? How do you feel? What does it look like? Does this part of you have a texture, have a color? If we were to extract this part of you out into a holographic version of you, and it was just the representation of this part, what does he, she look like? What image, color, sound, texture, size connect with that part of you now? Face that part of you now. Invite that part of you to the table. Can you have some tea with this part of you? And can we acknowledge him or her? Can we create space, hold space, sit with, without needing to fix, without needing to change, without judging? It's like, I see you. We're going to communicate with the symptom. What is it that you offer me? What is your gift for me? What is the gift? What are you giving me? This part. And we're actually going to acknowledge the gift. Now, you will intuit this because it's the nature of this kind of work. Mind, body medicine, kinesiology, healing, rebalancing. I'd love for you to speak to this part of you. And whatever you say or do is perfect. And I'll help guide. You are a sacred guardian. You are the deeply sensitive part of my being who holds the key to the most exquisite love, softness, and divinity. You reveal what matters most to my heart. This part that you are is evidence of depth. You are expressing to me that I only want what's real, what's sacred, what's soul honoring. I refuse to numb myself of life. The gift that you offer me is radical emotional honesty, because you don't pretend. You're showing me what my heart cannot bear to betray. You protect the temple of my love. You are the fierce, tender guardian of my heart. You carry the blueprint of how sacred love could feel. You are my inner compass. You're helping me release any part of me that settles for anything less than soul aligned life, love, experience. You hold the codes of sacred vulnerability. You're the part that is not coping because you know how to break beautifully. You are teaching me how to let go, how to feel deeply, and how to rise softly. You're teaching me that my power is not in keeping it together, that my power is in trusting the fall, in being held, in being received. You are the gateway to intimacy with the divine. You are crying out for union with something greater, something bigger. You are the voice within me that says, I want divinity, not distraction. I want wholeness, not survival. I want to live from my heart, not my performance. You are the gift of spiritual purity, a soul level longing that leads me into deeper unity within. The part of me that isn't coping is the oracle of my emotional body, breaking open the gates to my next becoming. The part of me that isn't coping holds the codes of sacred collapse, wisdom of holy protection, truth of what my soul can no longer carry, and an invitation to come home to myself. So I'd love for you to connect with these parts of yourself that are imbalanced or not coping in this way. What is the gift? And to intuit it. You don't have to do it in such detail, or take that as your activation, what I've just transmitted. To really witness that these imbalances or these symptoms or these feelings that are dark really are keys to our liberation. And so the root cause of not coping can potentially be relating to emotional overwhelm, unprocessed heartbreak at the deepest level. Depending on your goal, you might not think that you're heartbroken, but we do live in a world that is transforming, and it makes total sense that there would be a form of heartbreak of a past time that you experienced heartbreak, heartbreak for the world, heartbreak for others. Let's look at this heartbreak holistically. It could also be a heartbreak around your business. and things not working out the way that you wanted to. But really, it's an offering to step into a deeper truth and deeper alignment. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There always is. Okay. So we're going to release, with your permission, the inner pressure to protect your heart while still staying open. Because the reason why the pericardium has come up is because it's the heart protector. It's also known as the circulation sex meridian. It governs not just emotional intimacy, but also how you regulate closeness, vulnerability, and heart energy. So the root cause of imbalance in the pericardium meridian is overprotection of the heart. If I fully open again, I won't survive another heartbreak. So we're going to go deeper into the root cause of not coping in the pericardium. Just take a deep breath in for me. We're just activating pericardium 1. Pericardium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pericardium 5 is priority. No. 6, 7, challenge priority. Pericardium 7 is priority for you. I'm going to give you the spiritual root cause of pericardium 7. So it's the easiest point to find. It is if you just find the crease of your wrist, and it's interesting because we're healing your wrist as well. If you just find the crease where the line is between your hand and your arm, that right in the center, just look where I've placed my finger, right in the center, that's pericardium 7. You can place your thumb on there, that's positive and negative charge, or you can place 2 fingers on there, positive and negative charge, and that activates, that creates a circuit of activation. Think of this as a gateway, and we've just activated. We already did the cutaneous region, so pericardium 7. Now hold that point and do the best that you can. If you have a massager like I do over here, I use this in clinic, you can massage it, and that vibration of the massager activates it. If you don't have a massager, then your 2 fingers is perfect. Energetically, you can just breathe in and out. Let's just activate it for a second, holding that point, closing your eyes. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Now, I would say keep holding it. I'm holding it now. And I'm going to tell you what pericardium 7 means on a metaphysical perspective. Okay. Okay. It says here, the inherent energy of the pericardium is that of creating a sacred circle around the heart. The circle serves to protect the divinity within one's being. The virtues are trust, wisdom, generosity, compassion, understanding, and love, and it is responsible for carrying out desires and passions. These appropriate actions manifest the vibrations of joy, calm, and radiance of light within the cellular structure of one's being. A pericardium out of harmony cannot trust, is narcissistic, dispassionate, and misunderstands the intentions of others. So, for you, it's pericardium 7. Keep holding it. This is what we are healing for you on a spiritual level. It's called Great Tomb Ghost Heart. Many civilizations honor the deceased by burial in designated areas of a village. These places are set aside with reverence. They create a sacred space of honor, a sacred space to honor those who have transitioned from the physical plane of existence. Oftentimes, these places would also serve as sites for celebrations. In celebrating the life and the enrichments of those who have gone before, prosperity and gifts continue for the future generations. Each life is sacred. A life has jewels from experience, and from the jewel, great treasure is revealed. From the heart of Great Tomb comes strength, stability, and support to assist in the present life journey. Unblocking and activating this energy release point helps one to connect consciously with the gifts of our ancestors. It assists in focusing the energies, the insights, and the visions with calmness and wisdom so that we can create and embrace a life of joy. It is to follow, therefore, that when one is in the vibration of joy, strength, and support, that hearts can open more easily to relationships of nurturance and intimacy. The alternate name of this energy point, ghost heart, speaks to the facility that one may become obsessed with the aspects of death, the dark, the painful, and suffering. By associating with these lower aspects, sympathetic merging with discarnate beings can result. Many of these discarnate beings are bound to the earth plane by their own attachments to pain and suffering. Unblocking and activating the energy release point in this context is therefore very useful in the alchemical process of transmutation of suffering, and therefore releases entity possession, obsessive thoughts, and obsessive compulsive behaviors. By us holding this point right now and being in the sacred container, we are dissolving insecurity, anxiety, mental instabilities, and overly porous aura in any context of your life. Now, in terms of the psychological, I'm just going to tell you what pericardium is. Okay. Pericardium 7 connects one to their ancestor gifts and wisdom, brings strength, stability, and support, activates calmness of the mind and spirit, allows one to create and embrace a life filled with joy, releases pain, suffering, darkness, compulsive behaviors, and obsessive thoughts, clears insecurity, attracting dark negative entities, and is useful for anxiety, fright, mood swings, insomnia, eczema, vomiting, carpal tunnel, foul breath, regulating the stomach and the heart. Now, there's one more psychological aspect that I want to find for you. It is one more aspect. Okay. So the psychology of pericardium 7 is responsibility for all my needs being satisfied, blaming others for what I don't have, worrying about losing what I have, worry about being responsible, releasing emotional upset that results from the breaking of relationships, healing grief, agitation, mania, restlessness, sadness, sighing, carpal tunnel, headaches, wrist pain, contraction of the hand, throat pain, heart pain, heat in the heart, calming the mind, the spirit, the intestines, cooling the blood. Okay. Oh, excuse me. We just had a clearing. Whew. And that's the reason why not coping is coming up. We're healing that. So not only are we healing that energy, that feeling, and everything that has just been mentioned there, but that version of you that we've externalized, we're having tea with the part of us that's not coping. What can we give him, her, to start coping again? A heart-centered attitude, heartfelt relationships, intimacy flowing in relationships, intimacy flowing in relationships again. Can we call this in for you? Can we unlock this for you? Can we activate this for you by holding pericardium 7 and through this transmission right here, right now, as we're meditating and connecting to this version of us? Can we speak to this part of us and say, I am willing, able, capable, feeling worthy and deserving of intimacy flowing in relationships, and I will offer this to you. I am willing, capable, able, choosing, and allowing heartfelt relationships to enter into my life. And I'm willing to gift this to you. I'm willing, able, capable, and committed to a heart-centered attitude with heartfelt relationships as my priority. Can we offer that to the part of you that isn't coping? And can we infuse it and inject it in your life in any content or context of your life, such as work, community connection, family connection? Yeah. Fun, childlike, playful energy. Imagine you have connections in your life where your fun, childlike, playful energy doesn't have to only be accessed in solitude, but can be also easily accessible in relationships, that you actually have that there are relationships in your life that bring out that fun, childlike, playful energy, that it isn't just reserved for when you were a kid playing outside with all the other kids, that fun, childlike, playful energy that is your true self at the end of the day, that is the light of your being, can have others or space in your life to express that part of you. And can we bring that into your experience so that you're not carrying everything alone? Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Alrighty. So we're just going to maybe just express some emotion. You might want to dance, you might want to do a mantra, you might want to just use your voice and your breath as an expression of emotion, like, ah. I just want you to just express a little bit of emotion through an action of any kind. Maybe it's just like stretching. Maybe it's just rolling your shoulders back. Maybe it's moving your neck back and forth, looking up, looking down, tapping anywhere in your body that wants to relax and release. We're just going to release a little bit of emotion. Let me just muscle test what we need to do for you. I support my heart's needs. Okay, so we're going to use that as a mantra. And we're just going to place hands on the chest and say 4 times through breath, I support my heart's needs. And we're just going to see what comes through from that. I support my heart's needs. 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 Good. Now you've just received that. Can we teach your consciousness who you are and how to live your day-to-day life without constantly reliving the past? Just take a deep breath in for me. We're going to teach you how to live without constantly reliving the past by your heart-centered attitude, intimacy flowing in your relationships, power over your mental and emotional state, prioritizing your heart's needs, feeling safe and secure emotionally, having a strong presence feeling warm-hearted. So we're going to teach you who you are without constantly reliving the past by understanding the root cause of it. So just place, if you were holding just one pericardium, one side of your hand, flip over to the other side and just hold that. Okay, so the root cause of reliving the past from your pericardium meridian, your heart experienced something so profound, sacred, and incomplete that your system keeps looping it, trying to find closure, safety, or a new meaning. The pericardium, as the heart protector, stores deep emotional experiences that couldn't be fully processed at the time. Sacred or forbidden love that never found expression. Shock or beauty so intense that the soul couldn't integrate it in one moment. So it loops to make sense of the sacred. The energetic root, I can't let it go until I understand it. So what we want to do for your soul is retrieve a lesson, preserve the love, complete the cycle. The pericardium is not built to hold eternal emotion. It's meant to filter, protect, and then release. So if there's any part of you that felt most alive and you don't want to lose it, or you're looping love, memory, or sacred tension, longing, or an entire imprint, or a part of you believes that the past held your true destiny and you missed it. This creates grief with no grave, a heartbreak that has no villain, and that's why the loop continues. It's sacred, not just psychological. So what we're going to do is activate a mantra for you to release constantly reliving the past. We're going to take a deep breath in and out. I honor what awakened me. I do not have to relive it to keep it sacred. I return this memory to source with love. My heart is free to be here now. So now we're going to tap the chest, just higher than the mid chest. This is the higher chakra, higher heart chakra. This is the central vessel, and just tap it. The divine moment lives in me. I do not need the past to remember who I am. The divine moment lives in me. I do not need the past to remember who I am. The divine moment lives in me. I do not need the past to remember who I am. Take a deep breath in and out. We're going to teach your systems, your bodies, every aspect of your multidimensional self, who you are without emotional worry and hysteria. We're going to heal it through heartfelt relationships, power over mental and emotional state, prioritizing your heart's needs, feeling safe and secure emotionally from within, having a strong presence, warm-heartedness, feeling the love for yourself. bringing forth enthusiasm for life, energetically feeding your heart, unlocking your inner charming nature, feeling calm and connected to yourself, attracting healthy relationships, and allowing vulnerability in the heart. Okay, so we're healing emotional worry and hysteria. Any part of you in any context, you might not be emotionally worried and hysterical in all aspects. This could be just certain aspects. This could be deeply subconscious. This could be in your ancestral lineage. This could be a pastime experience. Is it present? Show me yes, no. Is it present? No. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Is it in this life? Is it in a past life? Okay, so it's actually a past life. Emotional worry and hysteria, and somehow it's showing up now. So, what's coming up as an emotion is superficial. This could be what you feel to be superficial in your life. Controlled by wearing emotions, irritability, inability to look out for yourself. So let's heal the root cause of emotional worry and hysteria in your past life. Releasing energetic overwhelm, spiritual repression, unprocessed grief, or desire. The pericardium is the heart protector and it filters emotional intensity so the heart can stay safe. But when the emotional charge is too high, love, loss, desire, spiritual activation, and there's no release point, it becomes internalized as hysteria and or worry. The root wound, I'm holding too much love, too much feeling, too much ache. No one sees it. Suppressed expression of sacred longing or love. When a sacred longing for a life feels forbidden, so this could be you have a dream, you have, think of the inner child, and the inner child has these big dreams, and they become sacred longings, that are deep within us. And it almost feels forbidden because it's out of this world, or life didn't work out the way that we had planned, or things didn't go according to plan. The pericardium closes off, trying to protect you, but this can create a loop of emotional tension, fear, and erratic energy. I feel too much and can't express it. I must contain the uncontrollable. This is what leads to emotional hysteria, the inner child or the divine within us having no safe temple to be felt, expressed, or held. Fear of heartbreak, hurt, or emotional collapse. When you've been deeply moved and then left without integration, your pericardium may operate from constant vigilance. Don't open too much or you will break. Yet paradoxically, your soul wants to open more than ever. The inner conflict creates emotional worry and mental tension, hysteria and emotional flooding, exhaustion, heart fatigue. Over-identification with the past or anything that got away, the one that got away, the job that got away, the situation that got away, When the pericardium is blocked, the body keeps reliving emotional events, trying to find completion. But the love becomes tangled with trauma and the mind spins. What if I never feel that again? What if I missed my opportunity? What if I was wrong to let go? This fuels emotional hysteria, trying to mentally solve what was spiritually experienced. So remember, we're looking at the root causes of emotional worry and hysteria. Unprocessed sexual or spiritual energy in the heart field. The pericardium meridian is also called the circulation sex meridian. It governs the flow of sacred intimacy. If a connection awakened central spiritual energy that wasn't acted on or was shut down out of morality, timing, or integrity, this energy can stagnate. I activated sacred energy but had to deny it. Now I don't know how to let it go. So what we're going to do is heal emotional worry and hysteria relating to your goal with a mantra. I release the need to hold it all. I am safe to feel. I am safe to let go. My heart is protected by love, not control. I return all sacred energy to source, and I rest now in peace. So we're going to allow your nervous system to soften right now by stating it one last time. I release the need to hold it all. I am safe to feel. I am safe to let go. My heart is protected by love, not control. I return all sacred energy to source, and I rest now in peace. Take a deep breath in. And we're just activating that and witnessing that for you. Now, the last activation is a gloomy outlook in relationship to your goal, in relationship to where you're at. Could be around the future, could be around your business, it could be around love, could be around having the life that you truly desire from your heart and soul, but haven't been able to fully own and claim and acknowledge and validate for yourself that it gets to be done, it gets to be real, it gets to be yours. So we're going to find out the root cause and we're going to heal it with power over your mental and emotional state. Okay. Power over your mental and emotional state. Prioritizing your heart's needs. Feeling responsible. Having a strong presence. Feeling warm-hearted. Attracting healthy relationships. Feeling calm and connected to yourself. Would you like that? Okay. So the root cause of gloomy outlook. The root cause of a gloomy outlook in the pericardium meridian is often due to emotional burnout of the heart field, particularly when your sacred feelings have been denied, repressed, or unmet over time. In Chinese medicine, the pericardium protects the heart from emotional injury, But when it's overworked or wounded, it can lead to cynicism, emotional fatigue, loss of joy or romantic optimism, a general sense of heaviness around intimacy and connection. The root cause is prolonged unmet emotional needs. You've loved deeply, offered truthfully, waited patiently, but if your emotional energy hasn't been received, honored, or mirrored, the pericardium begins to say, why open again? Why hope again? It's too painful. The core wound is, I don't believe I'll be met the way I long to be. Now, remember, this might be not in romantic context, but in your relationship with yourself or your business or your next level or your clients. So just have that open awareness. This leads to shutdown of romantic optimism or any form of optimism, resulting in gloomy, jaded, or disheartened frequency. This also could be relating to your relationship with Creator. So another root cause of gloomy outlook, residue of sacred loss. When you experience soul love, in general, soul love is, being present. Soul love is the connections that we have in our lives. Soul love is your self-love, divine love, infinite connection. So when you experience soul love and you handle it with grace, but you never fully grieve the life that could have been, this isn't depression, it is sacred disappointment. Even when I loved from my soul, it couldn't become real. This pain turns into gloom when it stays unacknowledged. 3, heart fatigue from carrying sacred feelings alone. If you're constantly holding the frequency without receiving, the heart protector becomes tired, cynical, and weary. Pericardium in burnout says, we've given everything. Where is the reciprocity? And the result? A veil of gloom. Repressed desire or erotic innocence. The pericardium is tied to the circulation sex meridian. It governs how love and sensuality flow through the heart. If you've awakened these energies, but had to shut them down for practical reasons, the body can internalize the loss as despair or low-grade gloom. The energetic message here is, my life force was rising and then I had to silence it. Another root cause, a soul that's tired of pretending it's okay. You've outgrown superficiality, but maybe your outer life doesn't yet reflect the inner truth. Gloom arises when your external reality can't match your soul's depth. I'm ready for divine union, but the world still offers me crumbs. This dissonance dims the light, not from brokenness, but from mismatch. So we're going to heal this with a mantra to shift the gloom in the pericardium meridian. You might want to hold pericardium 7 again. I grieve what could not be, and I return to what is. I reclaim my joy without conditions. My heart is wise, and I let it hope again. So this could be around your business. This could be around the life that you expected. Could be around a sacred lover, a crush. Only you know what we're working on because you've activated your specific goal. I grieve what could not be, and I return to what is. I reclaim my joy without conditions. My heart is wise, and I let it hope again. So to have power over your mental and emotional state in the pericardium meridian, you must reclaim your role not as the victim of feeling, but as the sacred guardian of the heart field. Because the pericardium governs the balance between protection and openness, containment and expression, desire and devotion. And your emotional and mental power comes from becoming the conscious protector rather than the reactive container. So we're going to activate now power over your mental emotional state. I anchor into sovereignty. I am the keeper of my heart. Power begins when you identify as the one in charge of what enters and stays in your heart field. I decide who and what my heart opens to. I am the sacred gatekeeper, not a sponge, not a sacrifice. So now we're shifting you from defense to discernment. You're no longer going to be overrun by emotional waves, and instead, you're going to become the shoreline that holds the tides. 2, regulate your field with ritual and breath. Take a deep breath in and out. So the pericardium is highly sensitive to shock, emotional intrusion, and unprocessed intimacy. We're going to regain power by establishing ritual rhythms. We're going to breathe into pericardium 7 now and speak aloud in this moment. My heart is sacred. I clear all that is not love, and I choose peace now. My heart is sacred. I clear all that is not love, and I choose peace now. We're going to transmute emotion into devotion. Emotional power is the ability to alchemize feeling into sacred purpose. You don't need to suppress emotion, you consecrate it, you divinize it. And how we're going to do that? Every ache I feel becomes a prayer. Every longing becomes a torch of light. Every memory becomes sacred fuel for my embodiment. I no longer numb or indulge, I transmute. I know how to transmute. I am the master of transmutation. I am the alchemist. So allow yourself to receive this activation where you have power over your emotional and mental state. We've got 3 more aspects of having power over your mental emotional state. Set the energetic boundaries of your inner temple. Most overwhelm in the pericardium happens when there are no clear rules for what energy you allow in your field. So we're going to declare and take your power back now. I only hold what belongs to me. I return all foreign energy to its source. Only love may enter here. We're fortifying your heart field physically, and you might want to introduce a ritual of any kind using smoke or anointing oils or salt rituals to fortify that. So highly recommend a salt or magnesium bath or a scrub or some kind of oil to anoint, divinize, or using smoke. So whatever it is, just allow yourself to activate that for you. The route to having power over your mental and emotional state. Upgrade your mental loops with truth frequencies. Much of the not coping stems from mental stories looping in untruth. To take power, you must speak a new truth over yourself daily. Examples. I release what my soul has already completed. The past was a portal, not a prison. Every time the loop arises, speak truth into it. And eventually the pericardium meridian rewires around presence, not pain. Okay. So in terms of any mental loops, allow yourself to first and foremost create a mantra where you say cancel, delete immediately if it's a negative thought. And sometimes it's really subtle. Sometimes it's not even in language, as in the unconscious is already thinking something without you being aware of the thought. An example is you're subconsciously expressing, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, and you don't even notice that you're saying that. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired today. Oh, it's so tiring today. You don't even notice that you're saying it. And it's a dialogue. So you can say, cancel, delete. I am renewed. I am refreshed. I am alive. I am awakened. I have plenty of energy. So do you give yourself permission to upgrade your mental loops with truth frequencies always? And that becomes secondary niche to you. Okay. So we're going to complete this session with a mantra. And this mantra helps you have power over your mental and emotional state. I protect my heart through presence, not walls. I hold my emotions with reverence, not fear. I am the sovereign keeper of my sacred flame, and my heart bows only to truth. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. We're now going to relax every cell of your body by scanning your consciousness up and down your entire body. Leave that part to me. Scan your consciousness, your awareness, go inside of yourself and go up and down your spine. I return to my heart. I choose peace. I am home. I welcome myself. I soften into peace. I am safe to feel. I am with me. My heart is my home. My presence is my protection. I feel safe to soften, open, and rest in myself now. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. This is your activation, your energetic balance for your pericardium meridian. And the next one, we're going to see what comes through, whether it is the kidneys, the bladder. We're going to do a different meridian daily or every second day. If you have any questions, you can always email me at info@soulcenteredkinesiology.com.au, or you can comment or you can get in touch through Instagram, MagicWiseWoman, Prosperity_Priestess, or you can find me on YouTube, Prosperity Priestess, Prosperity Goddess. Until the next activation, enjoy this balance.